Studio 9 presents the Ultimate Football Guide. With your hosts, Colin Deaver and Sam Guzman. The Ultimate Football Guide highlights UTEP and NMSU football with exclusive interviews with its head coaches, players, and high school football. The Ultimate Football Guide spotlights this year's fine 9 players to watch and a look at this year's matchups. We also let you know where to pick up your own copy of the Ultimate Football Guide.
Starting off our Ultimate Football Guide preview with the UTEP Miners. Joining me now, head coach Dana Dimmel, quarterback Gavin Hardison. First of all, guys, thank you so much for being here. 7-6 last season, the first bowl appearance since 2014 for the Miners. Coach, great season last year. What comes with that, though, is a lot higher expectations for this 2022 season. Do you feel like that's fair for your football team entering year 5?
Well, we should always expect to win now, that's the big thing, but we just take it one game at a time right now, Colin. For us to look at the big picture, we start the season with a really tough 7-game stretch without a break, and we play in 0 week, which is going to be, a conference game in 0 weeks. So right now, as we're looking at great season last year, we want to build, but it starts with week 1.
And obviously you were brought here to turn it around in 2017. I mean, you've been able to do that. You were given a contract extension in the offseason because of that. How does that feel going into this new season with a contract extension?
Really, again, the same thing. As a coach, you're all focused about, what do we do today? What do we do to get better today? What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? How do we play on our strengths and continue to improve our weaknesses? And that's what I focus on. I don't focus on the big picture at all. That's the way to get to where you want to be. You just focus on the day-to-day tasks, which is our 1-0 philosophy that we have.
Gavin, you had your best season as a collegiate last year, leading the team, to the New Mexico Bowl. But I would have to imagine your last memory, on the field, maybe not your favorite memory as a UTEP Miner. How has maybe that New Mexico Bowl been driving you in the offseason to get a little better?
It's a lot of motivation. Just not for myself, but for our team, and it's been a lot of. I've had a lot of goals that I think that I've accomplished in this offseason, and taking care of the ball is one of them. And so, it's an extremely motivating scene is what happened in last time we played, and we're excited to get out there for week 0.
You're wearing that number 2 with Luke Laufenberg's name on the back. I know you never really got a chance to play with him, but in the stories that you've heard and how Justin Garrett kind of carried his legacy last year, why is it important to you to be wearing that number this year?
It's extremely important to me, just not only on the field, but off the field, and how I carry myself, and making sure that, I'm being extremely disciplined in my life, and, carrying on his legacy and in his father's legacy as well, and just, really representing that family as a whole.
You lose Justin Garrett, Jacob Cowing, but you guys are bringing in some pretty awesome, weapons for you offensively. How can this year's offense maybe be even more dynamic than last year?
I think that we have a lot of depth this year at the receiver position. We've added some pieces, and I think that we have a bunch of guys that can go, and so it's going to be exciting. And we're excited as well for our running backs, and we have a lot of our O-linemen coming back as well. So we have a lot of experience, but we also have a lot of new guys as well that can come in and make plays.
Coach, you've always wanted to be a balanced offense. That's going back to your Kansas State days. But with this guy's arm, you've said it's one of the strongest arms that you've had a chance to coach at the quarterback position. How can he maybe lead your offense in a way that maybe you haven't had a quarterback do at UTEP?
What's really nice about our offense, Colin, is it can scratch where it itches, which means we have a broad enough package that we can work whatever our strengths are. And so the strengths of this year's football team, each football team finds its new identity. Last year, our football team found a certain identity offensively, and we worked to that. And so we'll do that again this year. We throw the ball extremely well, and I like the way we throw the ball. So we got a good offensive line. They're good at pass protection. They're athletic, but they've also made a lot of effort to get better in the run game. So we'll just see how camp goes. We'll see what we're doing best, and then it's our job to get our best stuff out on the field.
Defensively, I think you have as talented of a defense as maybe you've had at UTEP, bringing so many guys back. What are you expecting from your defense this year?
We're expecting a lot out of our defense, again, with the 1-0 mentality, what are we going to do today to get ourselves better? But we felt like we've really added some positive pieces to the defense as well. We didn't sit pat. We lost some secondary players to the defense, but we didn't sit pat at all. We went out and added a lot more depth and a lot more talent to our defensive side of the football, so we feel really comfortable that we have good depth. That's one of our strengths on defense is it just not our front seven or our starting 11, but it's our, our 22, our 25, our 30 quality players, maybe even more on defense. So I'm really excited to watch those guys play this year.
UTEP Miners head coach Dana Dimmel, quarterback Gavin Hardison, off of the best season since 2014 for the Miners, trying to build upon that. They opened the season August 27th versus North Texas. They're trying to sell out the Sun Bowl, part of the 915 initiative, the UTEP Athletics. Guys, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.